Well, hey out there, YouTube. How are you doing? I'm out of my basement this time. It's a very quiet morning. Um, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about celebrating the dark half of the year and the dead times. Um, and this will probably be a short video because up until this year, 2018, I've not done a great job of celebrating festivals and the different parts of the year like I wanted to. 2017 was a difficult year, and Halloween week I wasn't even around. I had 2 medical conventions to attend that week, and so I totally just wasn't able to participate the way I wanted to. And that's around the time, or shortly thereafter probably, is when I discovered Waincraft. And one of the reasons I was so drawn to it is that it gives me so much inspiration to celebrate all these different times of the year. And what I did, and this might be helpful for you, whether you're into Waincraft or something similar, I had this, if you have a book, like I have the Sea, Sky, Soil book, that talks about all the different festivals, then you can use an app like Google Calendar to put all the festivals where they go in the calendar, and put in the details section for that event the inspiration from the book that talks about what that festival is and what it means. And that's what I did once I discovered Waincraft, and it's made my practice so much more full and enjoyable, because even days before an event, and I'm talking like more than once a month usually, because I celebrate all the different moons. Each of the 12 or 13 moons of the year has its own meaning, and I do a ritual for each of those. So I do this a lot, and it's really enhanced my practice, and just made me feel better as a person. It's really fulfilled my life. So I highly recommend doing something like that. So I have all these festivals coming up in the next couple of months, these Waincraft festivals, and no one's celebrating this with me. Last Samhain, before I realized I was going to be gone, I was trying to make plans. I was learning a lot about Gaelic polytheism at the time, and I had been inspired to try to get my family to participate in these things. And they weren't into it, and that's okay. And now that I'm a solitary Waincraft practitioner, they kind of know that I'm doing stuff, but I'm not. It's less pressure on me if I'm not trying to get someone to participate in this weird stuff with me. So in autumn we have the shortening of the days, obviously, around, I think it's pronounced Mabon, which I didn't do a video that week. I think I was traveling. In Waincraft, that is the festival of Thanksgiving, so I already had my Thanksgiving. Happy late Thanksgiving, everyone. That was the autumnal equinox, which has traditionally been my favorite day of the year, even long before I knew anything about paganism or anything like that. I've just always loved fall, so I'm a very happy boy right now. So that's when the dark half of the year starts, but we're still well into the harvest. At that time, we're talking mid-September, so the world was still very green, and it still is. I mean, a lot of trees around me have changed color, but I'm seeing, like, out my window right now, there's a lot of green out there. In fact, my backyard is full of leaves that I'm going to rake this afternoon, but they're mostly green leaves. So we're still even in the mid-October now, mid to late October. What is today? It's getting late October. It's still very green, but the world is definitely pulling up its blanket, if you will, to rest for the dark times. We had some crazy weather last night. I was going to walk downtown and get some libation last night, but I opened my front door and it was like with this very cold wind. So yeah, Nkalak is active she is unhappy. Or maybe she's happy. She's like, oh, it's my time of the year. I've never quite understood in Kalok. She's a very interesting deity. Mother Bera is what I've traditionally called her in a more personal way. I used to offer her coffee every day. You know, I take it back. This video is actually getting a lot longer than I thought it would be. I do like talking about this stuff. I'm not by any means one of the experts on YouTube about this, so I felt kind of timid speaking up about it. But yeah, I love fall. And learning about how my ancestors celebrated fall has just really made my life. I love it. And we're talking not only my Celtic ancestors, but now, thanks to Waincraft, I'm really starting to understand my Norse and Germanic ancestors as well. Anyway, so what we have coming, is it next week? In the next couple of weeks? I don't know where we are in the calendar, though I really should. Oh, wait, no, I do. Next week we have, when Waincraft is called the Blood Moon, the full moon next week, which probably many of you are celebrating in some way. Out of focus there. For me, it's the blood moon, which is interesting. It's the end of harvest, and things are starting to die. The world is entering its dead mode. Whatever that means, I'm still trying to figure it out. Why am I so excited about the world dying? I don't know, probably because I'm also a goth. So then a week after that, we have Halloween, Festival of the Dead, Samhain. Of course, Samhain. In Waincraft, we have actually two festivals. On the 31st, it is the Festival of the Other, which is a celebration of the other world, the world of the elves, maybe the fairies. I don't know. I was just listening to an interesting podcast. Oh, there I go. I want to endorse a podcast, and I forgot the name of it. Dang. It just had its episode 6, and it's something about Celtic myths and legends. No, that's not it. That's a different podcast. Well, I'm sorry. It's a very interesting young lady that I was just listening to right before I pressed record on this. She was talking about Manx, the Manx version of fairies, and now Moon Jabba. No, that's not it. Where was I? Oh, Festival of the Other. So I'll do some kind of ritual. I'm still very much learning about elves. That's kind of a new thing to me. But then, of course, that is followed by Samhain, November 1st, which in Waincraft is called the Festival of the Dead, which is not necessarily as morbid as it sounds. I was just thinking this morning, I might try to light a fire, which is what I wanted to do last year. I might even grill something as an offering to my ancestors, which is a beautiful idea. Yes, they're dead, but we want to honor them. People honor their dead anyway, right? Of course, I plan to honor not only my grandparents, but all my ancestors. You know, no matter what they worshipped, no matter what kind of people they were, the good and the bad, they're all part of me, right? And I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be good rather than bad, but I can honor all of them. Sometime soon, I really want to go visit the grave of a great-great-great-grandfather I had that I didn't realize was buried very near to where I live, even though I was born and raised very far from here. So that was an interesting thing that my wife found through, I think it was 23andMe. This video is getting really long. Okay, Festival of the Other, Festival of the Dead, and then I'm really looking forward to the 12 Days of Christmas, because Waincraft has it all laid out in a way that is really cool, and I never would have thought of. It sounds like my family's starting to wake up, so I'm gonna finally end this, what was supposed to be a short video. I'm really looking forward to this dark, dead part of the year. It's very goth, and I would love to hear from you, what your plans are. You probably know way more about it than I do. Anyway, I will talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.